It's almost 2 years on since the withdrawal of American troops from Afghanistan in 2021. The White House has released a post-mortem of events, placing the blame for the chaotic pullout at the feet of former US President Donald Trump. Benji Haya has more.
August 2021, the United States pulled out the last of its troops from Afghanistan, ending its military presence there after nearly 20 years. The evacuation's execution is widely viewed as a disaster, with a bombing at Kabul's airport killing 13 US service members and scores of Afghan civilians, just days after the country's government collapsed and the Taliban returned to power, an outcome the White House suggests that no intelligence organization predicted. On Thursday, we were provided a possible explanation, or at least an interpretation, as to why things went so very wrong. President Biden's choices were severely constrained by conditions created by Donald Trump, a newly published report lays out. The White House states Joe Biden was simply carrying out an order by his predecessor, off the back of a deal struck between Trump officials and the Taliban. And it argues the Trump team left no proposals for how to conduct the withdrawal itself, the incoming administration at the time inheriting an incomplete, perhaps even a non-existent plan. The report also alleges the 45th president emboldened the Taliban, having publicly considered inviting the Islamic fundamentalist group to American soil on the anniversary of the 9/11 attack. But wait, a State Department report, a separate product to the White House document, according to the National Security Council, points to how the Biden administration should take some ownership for the withdrawal, and that it's a bit disingenuous to imply their hands were completely tied. A source tells CNN the State Department report includes more than 24 recommendations not cited in the White House version. Now, despite the botched nature of the exit, NSC spokesperson John Kirby believes ending America's longest war, one with no end in sight, was ultimately the right call.
The United States had long ago accomplished its mission to remove from the battlefield the terrorists who attacked us on 9/11. And to degrade the terrorist threat to the United States from Afghanistan. And now, with that war over, we can more squarely address the most pressing challenges of our day.
There was, from the White House press briefing room lectern, some reflection and humility. John Kirby confessing, and I quote, "We didn't get it right," promising lessons would be learned and implemented following this review. Mr. Kirby insists the contents of the report and the release date does not signify an effort to bury something. It was the culmination of months of work by individual agencies, the purpose of which he says is not accountability, but to gain an understanding of what happened to inform future decisions. Benji Haya, CGTN, Washington, DC.